taking the first step. Now, a lot of people don't know how to do this, and I understand. It's always hard to do that, take that initiative and start something new. But luckily, you have so many resources, so many tools, and of course, your Exo staff to help you out. So what we're going to go ahead and start with is what a lot of people overlook is setting a mindset, and setting not just an initial mindset, but a mindset for the future. So setting this as a priority, a responsibility that you have to do this, because if you don't, you're not going to get as much potential as you could out of life. And you may say, oh, well, you're an exercise guy and all that. And in the realistic nature of my mind is it's a responsibility I have to do to take care of myself. I'd rather go ahead and do other things. I'd rather spend more time with my family than be in the gym. However, it's my understanding that this is for me to feel good so I can experience a better time with the ones I love, right? So set this as a priority, because if you don't, you're going to pay later. And this is kind of setting up that long-term mindset that there are going to be setbacks. There's going to be a week where you're going to be off track. But always know, just because you're off track doesn't mean you're off the track forever. You may just be on a different rail, and then you just pop back on. But as long as you have a plan and somebody to help you out with that, which is your Exos team, there's no excuse not to start and to be successful for long term. So, and kind of wrapping back to paying later, you will pay later with time and usually money at doctor's offices, chiropractic offices, physical therapy. You will pay later if you don't take care of this now as a priority. You do not have to be alone in the process. There are so many opportunities online. There are so many opportunities at your site to get involved with training that you just have to ask, and you just have to say, you have to take initiative on these things before they become a problem in the end. Now, getting onto the movement and kind of the real expectations of what you need to do, and it's not much, believe it or not. So at least 3 times a week, you need to be weightlifting, resistance training. Okay. Now, this includes external loads. Okay. So walking will not do it. Stairs will not do it. Biking will not do it. Cardio equipment will not do it. None of those will. So weightlifting has, and you'll see in the next 2 videos, that weightlifting needs to be guided, and it needs to be under an umbrella of a periodized program, which we'll go over in a little bit here. And 30 minutes per day, okay? 30, and this is 3 times a week, so 30 minutes, right? And notice I said per day. So you have 24 hours to dedicate 30 minutes to weightlifting. It doesn't have to be all in one session, which is pretty cool. There's no study out there that says you need to have an extended period of time in the gym to see substantial gains in testosterone. You can split it up through the day, which is amazing. And not many people know that going into it, and they spend an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes in the gym. That's not what I'm asking here. And a periodized plan. So make sure that when you go into weightlifting, you know, the way to not look silly and not to look like you're lost in the gym is to get help. Now, I always use this example. I have no idea how to fix a car, right? And a car is, if I open the trunk, or not the trunk, the hatch to the engine, totally lost track of what that is. But anyway, you can make fun of me later. And I look under the hood, right? And I look under the hood. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I don't know where to get started. I don't know what to turn, what to twist, or anything like that. So I go to a professional and I have them take care of it for me, because that's their job, that's their profession, that's what they've dedicated their life to. The body is much more complicated than a car, believe it or not. Now, I'm not knocking down mechanics at all or anything like that, but I'm just saying that you want to make sure that you have someone with insight about the body and how it moves and the structure of a periodized plan to make sure you don't get hurt. So make sure that, again, you reach out to people and make sure reach out to professionals and make sure that you get the most out of your time. Okay, and we offer Baffle Be Active for Life at our campus here, but there's so many other programs out there that are great. They're online, they're on-site, group exercise, something like that. But again, the best thing to do is always ask first. So with that being said, that's going to be the end of the education series of this Women in Weightlifting, and then what's to come is the 2 sessions of an upper and lower body split to get you started tomorrow if you really wanted to. You can obviously use the fitness center if you're a full-time Intuit employee, or you pay $15 a month for a contractor, or you can actually do some of these movements at home as well. So thank you again for tuning in. If you have any questions, comment below, or feel free to email.